Hello, everybody. I'm not allowed to go. Well, I mean, I'm allowed to go live on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano, which you can see right there, or at Conservatish, but I've decided I am not going to give them my business anymore. So I'm going live here on YouTube, Rumble, and X. Welcome, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Fuck Instagram in its mouth. I'm not allowed to say faggot or nigger on that, so I'm going on these other apps to say whatever words I want. I'm just sharing the temporary live stream I did to these people over on Instagram. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Biden is out. Wow, this is crazy. Are you guys excited? We've got a lot of crazy things going on in the world, don't we? We just had a ASSASSINATION attempt the other day, and now we've had Biden drop out. Isn't that interesting? Now, before I start to talk about what's going on in the world, and feel free to comment to help the fucking algorithm help me fight these fucking white liberal lizards, I also just need to say, before we start, I am right all the time. All the time. I am fucking constantly correct. It's weird. It's a burden, really. Because when you think about it, to know everything in advance at all times, it's hard being this smart and in touch with God. Do you know what I'm saying? And humble, too. As humble as I am. It's insane. Oh, I think I'm streaming on Rumble también. Mira. I think I'm streaming on Rumble. Mira. Good to see everybody. It's difficult living in this world right now. But does it have to be? See, as I always talk about, I think my bread and butter is the big picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these guys who's going to talk about like the backstory and who was saying what in the back room and what Kamala and who's really, oh, the DNC is running scared. I don't know if they're running scared. Maybe. But see, the DNC is officially wrapped up in some of the GOP too, but the DNC is officially wrapped up into the Uniparty. The DNC is officially wrapped up into the lizard overlords. They do as they're told. Shit rolls downhill. Have you noticed we haven't heard very much from George Soros recently? Have you noticed we haven't heard much from Alex Soros recently? We had little Alex Soros get online and say, I endorse Kamala. And then he fucked his own mouth for 30 minutes and ate 3 cockroaches. Skinny piece of fucking dog shit. But I think that, okay. Personally, I don't really feel that the DNC is running scared. I really don't. I think they're right on schedule. Now that may be 5,000 foot conspiracy theory. That may be bullshit. I don't know. But here's a thought, everybody. Let's say you were a satanic oligarch. Let's say you were a part of the Uniparty. Let's say you were playing long game, Satanism, self-centeredness, transhumanism, Marxism. Let's say you were playing that long game. Do you think if you had worked as hard as you'd worked, if you had drank as much baby blood as you had drank, if you had done all this work, put on all this time and effort to sell out your fellow humans, do you think you would risk losing power to a free and fair election by the people. DC Dave, hello, sir. Can I be long legs? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you're yelling at me. Who's long legs? Is that Nicolas Cage movie? Fucking. I've heard it's good. Mike fucking Harlow says it's very good. Back to my point. If you were a satanic oligarch and you had worked on your schemes and been a part of your baby blood drinking parties for years, if you did all that stuff for years, do you think you would risk losing power to a free and fair election by the people? I don't think you would. I don't think you would be slow cooking Marxists, right, around the world. Shout out to France. Shout out to all those white countries. Do you think you would be doing all that and selling your soul in this area and grabbing the food sector, grabbing farmland, grabbing pharma, grabbing Hollywood, grabbing this, grabbing that, right? All these different places. Oh, shucks, we lost. I don't think that's the deal, guys. I don't think that's the deal. I don't think they would risk potentially losing power to a free and fair election by the people. That doesn't sound like them. Let's see some comments. Bruh, you don't know? No, I don't know. Hunch the Dirty Roofer, hello. Pete, the Dems are not worried this year because they already have inputted this year as a loss now at the president level. Look at the increase they have done on down ballot elections. Very interesting. See, I think they're not okay. Would it have been great for them if they would have won 2024? And again, it's not over. We've got things ahead of us, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. Would it have been great? Yeah. But the people we're up against, I said it last week on a stream, the people we're up against are playing long game. They have long game aspirations. They're looking for a field. They're not resting all their hope on this one election. That would be fiscally irresponsible. As far as investment wise, as far as risk, that would be fiscally irresponsible. For them to work as hard as they're working in all these different sectors just to hang their hopes on one fucking election in one country. Now, is this a linchpin? Yes. But is it the linchpin? No. No, it's not. Because the reality is this. If their guy doesn't get in, whoever their guy is, they'll just be continuing to do what they've been doing. Like I said, they've been slow cooking little white Marxists all around the world. Right? The CIA's got its tiny dick in all kinds of countries, all over the world. And shout out to the feds who are watching. You do have a tiny fucking dick. You were obviously molested as a kid, and I pray that you get some healing. But till then, could you stop hurting your fellow men? Anyway, daddy issue, little faggot. See, this is why I can't go live on Instagram. I love going live on Instagram. I've got 27.6 thousand followers on Instagram. I want to touch those people, but I'm not fucking allowed because you said faggot and nigger. You're not allowed. Boo. Boo. Faggots. Anyway. They do have tiny dicks, Babs, the Ice Queen. All right, some more comments. Do you understand where I'm going, everybody? I'm saying, yes, this election is important, but not really to them. To them, they'll just kick the can down the road. It'll become Agenda 2040. It's not a big deal to them because they want to get our fucking souls. They want to get our minds. And you know what? Gee golly, if the population is down because of, I don't know, cancer spread because of a strange injection, or food being filled with microplastics, or a whole generation who's cut off their peepees and hoo-haws, so they can't procreate. They want control. So if they have to kick that can down the road and move their shit to another option, then they're more than welcome. They're more than happy to do that. And I have more to say, but let's get to some comments. DC Dave says, I don't think they are structured as we might give them credit for. Possibly not. Possibly not. And I think they are best at turning on each other when things get shaky. Yes, there are multiple levels. As far as over here, the bulk of our enemy, the government specifically, there are, well, let's see, there's 512,000 politicians in the country. Okay. So that's 512 different interests, 512 different self-centeredness, 512 different evil, 512 different greed. 1,000, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different intentions in that bunch. You're right. And they are very disorganized because there's the Kamala, there's the Clinton area, there's the Biden area, there's the this guys, there's the that guys, there's the APAC, hello. But at the tippy top, where this is coming really from, see, because these faggots here in the middle, the politicians, they'll do whatever these guys say because they don't have evil intentions. They're evil, don't get me wrong, but they don't have evil intent. They're greedy. They're self-absorbed. They're psychopaths. But these guys don't care about money. Do you know what I'm saying? These guys up here are serving a dark master. They're not serving money like these cocksuckers. These guys up here know exactly what they're doing. In fact, they'll use these little dum-dums to pit them against each other, right versus left, to make all the rest of us way down here go, yeah, get them, big election, very important. These niggers up here, and by niggers I mean specifically wasps and Jews, know exactly what they're doing. They're malevolent. And these niggas up here are not invested in this year's election. They're invested in this year's election, but they're not, their plans are bigger. They'll just double their ration of fucking baby blood after the election. Right? Comma, they get off on us being afraid. And do you think there's a lot of fear in the world right now? Right? Okay. Okay. Hunch the Dirty Roofer says, there are levels of power. Yeah, exactly like I said. Nowadays, our executive level no longer has an executive type level of power. So they will obfuscate, think from 16 to 20, how much could Trump actually do? How will it change? I might be the only one in the chat, but I like how you think, Pete. That's why I'm here. Well, thank you very much to Hunch the Dirty Roofer. I've got a couple of people. We got Babs over in Rumble. We've got you in YouTube, and we've got DC Dave on X. I'm spread out, boys and girls. Fuck Instagram, fuck Meta, fuck all those cocksuckers. I don't know why people are honking outside. So, Karen, you're here. Oh, welcome, Karen. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I'll probably get kicked off of Instagram next, or off of YouTube next. I hope not. But I would subscribe to my Rumble just in case, because these white niggas hate me. Anyway, I'm literally talking about connecting with each other, bridging the gap, like thinking higher, pointing towards God, connecting to ourselves. Like I just use nigger and faggot to communicate. That's not a big deal. I know tons of niggers and faggots, and they like me saying nigger and faggot. So why is this a big deal? I don't understand, white people. I don't understand, you Menlo Park faggots. You fucking Menlo Park blue hair, definitely triple vaxxed cunts. Tiny dicks, right, Babs? Tiny dicks. Anyway. So, what am I saying? Hunch says, yep, they definitely will probably lock it off. They probably will do all kinds of things to get in the way. Or I got to talk about something. What did I say at the top? Ooh, there was a little glitch there. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys see me okay? What did I say at the top? I said that the people in power, these guys way up here, would not risk losing power to a free and fair election by the people. Now, will it be too big to rig? Probably. But even then, because here's the other thing you have to understand. If you were a satanic oligarch, these guys and many of these guys, what would you do to maintain power? What would you do to maintain power? If you wouldn't rest all of your hopes on one election basket, on one politician basket, on one cackling, cock-sucking Kamala politician, then what would you do to maintain power? What would you do to maintain your influx of money? What would you do? Especially if you knew a bunch of people out there wanted your blood. Not that I'm one of them. Well, you'd probably do some crazy fucking shit, wouldn't you? You'd probably do some insane next level shit. I talked about it on the live stream last week. Some people they're incensed. They're like, "Whoa, they tried to take out Trump. This is getting out of hand." It's been out of hand, boys and girls. They killed millions with COVID and the vaccine. It was created. The vaccine was already patented. Do you understand what's going on? So if they're not above locking down, muzzling children, poisoning millions of people for profit, well, for profit here and up here because they're evil satanic cunts. If they're not above that, what else are they not above? What would you do to maintain power? Probably some insane shit, wouldn't you? Probably some fucking crazy, inhuman shit. And that's what I'm trying to talk about today. See, Biden is out. Yay! Cultural win. But not a political win. Biden was just a puppet. They've got thousands, millions of puppets. Tons of people who are willing to suck the dick. Willing to drink the baby blood. Willing to say whatever. There are fucking thousands of people. Okay, LA is filled with tons of motherfuckers who sold their soul for a fucking movie role, bitch. For a faggoty little movie role in a Marvel. They sold their soul for pittance. And you think politics? Of course, politics isn't any different. But you think those motherfuckers could be trustworthy? No. And they're promised much more. Not only did Biden get away with all kinds of foul sexual things, he's been in politics almost his entire life. I'll rephrase that. Let me illuminate. It's not just he's been in politics. He has lived off of your money with very little return, if any, for almost his entire fucking life. You paid him to go to Epstein Island, okay? Oh, I know it's just allegedly. Fuck you. You paid him to do nothing for all of us. to tap dance a couple of times a week on a podium in Washington, D.C. You paid him. He stole your fucking money and lived very well. Very, very, very well. So if they're capable of that by the thousand, well, gee golly, what else would they be capable of? And here's what I'm getting to, boys and girls. Well, a couple comments, and then I'll get to what you're talking about. Hunch says, Pete, even worse with our generation, we cut off our willingness to learn the trades. Ooh, the very types of jobs which will give us skills to truly tell the government to fuck off. We can do it better ourselves. Yes. And more. I was just talking with someone earlier tonight. Our generation, I'm 38. Our generation, and a few before and after, have been told it's a good idea to just fuck a bunch of people and not settle down. Right? You want to hear something really uncomfortable? Because it's a topic I sometimes have talked about in the past and might talk about in the future. But see, at 38, my window isn't closed. You can have kids kind of anytime, most of the time, as a dude. But there are women who have been sold that lie. And it's not just that they get ran through. It's not just that they get STDs. It's not just that they are used by Satanists. It's not just that they are used by pharma to get on this fucking pill every month to stop their fucking natural cycle. It's not just all that. They also lose their window. And I've had many conversations, because it's scary to talk about, and it's heavy. But there's a lot of girls in my generation who have lost their window. Someone profited off of that. Multiple people, multiple companies. So you're right, Hunch. We've been duped on a lot of angles, and that's one of them. Oh, just fuck around. Be free. Free. Sin and being told what to do by God in his book is not it's an arbitrary rule that I want you to follow because I'm God. Do you think STDs are good for you? Do you think not having love in your life is good for you? Do you think losing your child window is good for you? Do you think being pumped full of fucking pharma for your entire 20s and 30s is good for you? Get it? Get it? Get it? Maybe the guardrail God set up was for our own good and we just completely missed it because we got fucking duped. Anyway. Yeah, they wouldn't let Italians there at the time. No, why would you? Probably get grease all over the fucking handlebars. Bab says, I am only afraid I am going to run out of ammo. Atta girl. Well, don't. Karen, hello again. Hello. Okay. So, where was I going? If they're willing to do what they did in 2020. Oh, by the way, everybody, did you know you can buy this shirt? Look at it. How to ride on Epstein's plane 37 fucking times with a picture of that Billy faggot fucking Gates. You can buy that at peterfeliciano.com. I need money. You're getting this for free. Okay. What am I saying? Okay. If they're willing to do what they did in COVID, and they're willing, and this nefarious bullshit goes back. What did I say last week? The U.S. government knew about Pearl Harbor like 11, 12 months before it happened. Even worse than that. And this is FOIA requests. Okay, this is Freedom of Information Act found documents that FDR wanted the attack. That FDR and people in his circles wanted Japan to strike. so that we could enter the war, so that my grandparents and your grandparents and all of our grandparents could die to profit somebody, to profit multiple people. War bonds. And I mean, this goes way back. Rockefellers. So if people up here are willing to see millions of us die, super down. And the people right here are willing to look the other way, because sure, they took an oath, but they don't really mean it. They just want to get theirs. Then what might they do this year to circumvent losing power in a free and fair election? I'm trying to get to the point here. I'm saying we need to understand the level of demonic energy that we're up against. And the level of demonic energy that we're up against is not powerful as far as power. Like Satan, let's be real, he's a little faggot. Satan's a little faggot. Do you guys know that? Well, it's not fair. Why do you value them over me? I have wings. Faggot, shitty pants, piece of dog shit. Satan's a fucking faggot. I swear to God, bro. Glory to the Father, glory to the Son, Jesus, glory to the Holy Spirit. As far as level of power, it ain't shit. But you know what it is? Secretive. You know what it is? They have a lot of resources, right? Anybody listening right now could beat Bill Gates in a fight. Anybody listening right now could beat Alex Soros in a fight. Anybody. I'm saying anybody. Anybody. Your grandma could beat that little faggot, right? What I call him last week? Translucent ass nigga. So it's not that they're powerful, but they are powerful because they're in the dark. They're doing it secretive. See, that's one of the main things we're doing the last few years. And that's something I credit, Trump a little bit for. Now, a lot of people who follow me, a lot of anarchists and libertarians who follow me, they say that Trump is, well, should I address this first? No, one thing at a time. I'll get to that. Remind me to get to the assassination thing. I don't think personally that Trump is one of the stooges. I just don't. And I'll get to that later. But let's act as if for now, let's suspend disbelief and say Trump is not one of the people that these people, the tippy top, can use. Okay. If he's not one of them, well, in order to keep power, what might they do? They might shut down the grid. They might make water shortages, food shortages, chaos, unrest in the streets, right? You see what happened in France, right? It was funny, too, because, a year ago, France had a bunch of protesters knocking down BlackRock's fucking building and setting it on fire. We can't have that, right? Remember? And so they switched it up. Oh no, the black mask whites, because they're always white, the black mask wearing whites running through the streets, they want Marxism. They want an all-powerful oligarchy. No, government can't be taken advantage of and turned into a fucking oligarchy. No. Very good. So, if they're willing to have us, okay, so they might do all kinds of things to maintain power. Now, I'm not trying to doom and gloom, because I think there's a lot of hope ahead of us. I think we're going through a giant spiritual awakening right now. What's up, Dylan? I think we're going through a giant worldwide spiritual awakening right now. But Say one of the things they did was a grid shutdown. Who does that hurt? Well, everybody. Who's on the grid? What if there was food shortages? Who would that hurt? Everybody. Who didn't have any food as a backup? See, if I am willing to do it, say I was a satanic oligarch and I wanted to maintain power, what would I do? I would first things first, I would position all these politicians and have them fight each other so that I can sit in the background continuing to profit either way, right? And then I would go around to other countries like Billy Faggot Gates has been doing in Africa for years. Multiple countries in Africa, even though abortion has been illegal, he still provided abortion clinics and resources for abortion. By the way, in one of those, I remember a few years ago, I had a couple of girls, black and white issue. Eden, I forgot her name. Eden something on Instagram. Anyway, abortion activist in England told me there was actually, I think it was Nigeria, because again, it was illegal to have abortions, but Bill Gates funded it. They went in the back of one of these abortion clinics and found 10 dead babies just lying in a pile. This guy right here. This guy. So anyway, where was I going with that? I'm saying they have lots of different pies all over the world. But if I am building my life, if I'm not fully on the grid, or if I have a backup power, if I'm not fully in their power or in their food grid, or I have a backup food grid resource, if I'm not fully getting all my water, or I have other water in other places, or if I'm not, do you understand? If there's unrest in the streets, but I got fucking all kinds of weaponry and I'm not afraid of unrest. See, if I'm building my life in a way which circumvents the need or influence of the state, then whatever's coming down the whatever's coming down the fucking road won't harm me as much as those guys. Because what happens is these people at the top, the satanic oligarchs, want you scared and dependent. See, what happens when we're scared, we feel off balance. Oh my God, there's unrest. Oh my God, food shortage. Oh my God, right? Grid shutdown. Oh my God. So that they can provide the steadying hand of the state. I got you. Don't worry. Hang on to me, kiddo. Right? Which again, the state, these guys here, are beholden to these guys here. They do what these guys want. So it's never going to be good for us, right? So is this year important? Yes. But not as important as these guys up here want you to believe. There it is. Yay! Do you understand what I'm saying, everybody? These niggas up here, usually whites and Jews, rich cunts, satanic oligarchs, want you afraid and focused on these guys here, who are all puppets anyway. Puppet masters, puppets. Now let's zero in on the fact that Biden's out. That's just a puppet. Is he a piece of shit? Yes. Is he a molester? Yes. Is he a pants-shitting, evil, conniving, fucking... yes. Yes. Fake fucking Catholic? Yes. Racist? Yes. But getting rid of him, and I've seen a lot of people illuminate this, and I appreciate that our movement is so sharp, okay? I know a lot of anarchists who are following me right now are like, yeah, but they're not sheep because there's still a lot of MAGA sheep. I get that, dumb, one thing at a fucking time, retard. Okay, we're illuminating it. We're picking it apart. Can you allow some people the fucking gateway drug of at least not being Democrat anymore? Can they have 2 months of not being Democrat anymore before you go, Trump isn't gonna relax, nigga. We're winning. Relax. I needed a gateway drug. Now, what do I mean a gateway drug to? I'm not saying Trump isn't blah, 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 blah. I'm saying regardless of what happens in November, even if Trump wins, I'm still not going to tell Trump, listen to my fucking words. Let's get some coffee and some vape about this. Here we go. And I'll get to your comments in a second. Even if Trump wins, I ain't going to tell that nigga about my guns either. Even if Trump wins, I ain't going to tell that nigga how much I'm making either. Even if Trump wins, I'm still going to be against that nigga taking away my guns too. Sabes? This is bigger than any politician. Now, would he? Probably not. But then again, he did with the bump stocks. But, you know, right? See, J.D. Vance has quite literally said that, yeah, the administrative, this evil bureaucratic machine is evil, but what if we could use it for good? How about fuck you? How about fuck you, fucking faggot? You lie. Who's that nigga from Lord of the Rings? Who held up the ring and was like, we could do so much good with this, blah, blah, blah. The nigga from fucking Game of Thrones. Sean Bean. I don't know. I don't remember the character's name. The hubris. And not just hubris, but quite literally the exact, like, hubris would mean he had good intentions. I don't trust any politician with too much power. What did I say at the top? The people at the top, the oligarchs, are not resting all their hope on one election. You shouldn't either. So in a way, is it going to be fun taking down Kamala? Fuck yeah. It's going to be the greatest meme season of all fucking time. I cannot imagine the shit I've already seen in the last 6 hours since Biden dropped out has been fucking phenomenal. I've made a couple. Find me on Instagram, Peter_Feliciano, or on Twitter, Rule62Peter. This is gold, baby. This is gold. And it will affect the election. Hit him in the ego. Because again, she's one of these puppets. She might be in on most of the plan. She might even be in on fucking a lot. But she sold her soul. These guys were born without it. Do you understand the difference? These guys down here, they're psychopaths. They wanted to be a part of the game so bad. But these guys got a part of the game in their fucking teens. I've heard some fucking stories about George W. Bush and George H.W. Bush. That Bohemian Grove shit. Evil exists, boys and girls. Anyway. So if I'm not investing all of my hope on one election, then regardless of which way it goes, I'm still solid enough to have discernment and know who's trustworthy and not. If I'm not resting all my hope on one politician, I cannot be swayed in the wind emotionally when my favorite politician loses or wins. Principles before personalities is the way for us to move forward. I am against censorship, even if Trump's doing it. I'm against gun control, even if Trump's doing it. I'm against interventionism, even if Trump's doing it. Do you understand? Now, remember, all of these things are what the fucking oligarchs want and what these guys are calling for. unless they're in trouble. Well, maybe I won't go that direction. Let's take a little sidestep. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? DM says, I have hope too. Yes, yes, yes. Dylan says, if you are in the mood for another truly demonic documentary, I recommend watching Three Identical Strangers. There's such a mind-bending twist. Okay. All right. Interesting. Let me get a sip of water. How's everybody doing? Again, I can't go live on Instagram because I say nigger and faggot too much. So I'm going live. I'm utilizing Conservatish from now on. So YouTube, Rumble, and X. Fuck Instagram in his mouth. It's been a week. It's been a week since Trump, they tried to assassinate Trump. Now, you know me, guys. You know, I don't find nothing that is too big to be fake and gay. I see fake and gay all around me potentially, and that's a healthy stance. It's a healthy stance to see fake and gay everywhere you turn. But first things first, and I tweeted about this. If you see somebody, because there's a lot of chaos going on right now, and there's probably going to be some more chaos this year before the election, because again, they want to sidestep it because they're not going to win. They want to flip the chessboard. Okay, just being clear about that. In my personal opinion, that's what's happening. I fucking hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm sorry. I will. But I don't think I am, because they're satanic oligarchs and they've put a lot of work and effort and baby blood into making this new world order happen. And they wouldn't rest all their hope on one election basket. So they're probably going to flip the table and say, oh, it's a grid shutdown. Oh, it's a food shortage. Oh, it's a mass terrorism event. Right? CIA. CIA and paid illegal immigrants. So anyway, that's my personal opinion. So again, it's healthy to see fake and gay everywhere. Absolutely. But if you see somebody within 24 hours of a PSYOP event, immediately not only posit that something is fake and gay, but say that everybody who doesn't think it's fake and gay is a sheep. That is a poisonous person. Stop following them. Stop trusting them. With something like the fucking assassination attempt, within 24 fucking hours, I saw motherfuckers online say, come on, you sheep. Come on, you sheep. It's all theater. Come on, you sheep. Now, is it possibly theater? Yes. Is it okay to posit that idea? Of course. And let's dissect it. Let's talk about it. But a motherfucker, as if they're 100% sure, within 24 hours, saying it's all theater. You're all sheep if you don't see it. They're a conceited, everybody cover your ears because it's going to get real. Here we go. They're a conceited, unhelpful cunt. They serve God. They serve dark fucking. They are the opposite of helpful to our movement. If they immediately saw fake and gay with no pause, with no, hang on, let me sit back and wait to see what's going on. Hang on, let's count how many bullets. Hang on, let me do my research. And then to turn around on their own brothers and sisters in the conspiracy theory game and say, you're all sheep unless you see things like me. Fuck them. Unfollow them. Not because of what they said, but because of the way they fucking said it. Here's why. Anybody who gets that sure about something within 24 hours of a PSYOP is insecure. I'm saying emotionally. I'm saying mentally. They are insecure people. And we cannot afford to follow insecure people into this dark night. Right? We cannot afford to follow thought leaders who are going to be everybody's dumb except for me. What a conceited shit take. Is it possibly theater? Yeah. Should we be talking about that? Absolutely. But with 100% certainty, within 24 fucking hours, it's all theater. You're a cunt. And you deserve no follows. You deserve no leeway. 100% certainty. You're all sheep. Everybody's dumber than I am. Fuck you. Fucking idiot. Do you understand what I'm saying, everybody? We've got big fish to fry, and we should all have our head on a swivel. 100%. 100%. We should all have our head on a swivel. We should all be looking out for fake and gay. But to say that within 24 hours, something is 100% fake and gay in theater, and everybody who doesn't think it's fake and gay is all sheep. You're all idiot goys. Anyway, do you understand what I'm saying, everybody? I'm saying we need to level up spiritually and emotionally. I'm saying we need to level up physically, financially. I'm saying we need to level up in all of our games. Is it difficult? Yeah. And I'll say this and then I'll get to some of your comments. But guess what, boys and girls? This is what we've been given. This is what we've been given. This is the only life we're in. Is it unfair that my generation can't afford a house? Yes. Is it unfair that my generation got pumped full of fucking vaccines that don't work and are actually harmful? Yes. Is it unfair that millions, 63, I think it is, million babies have been aborted since 1973? Yes. Yes, it is. But this is the layout that we're in. So to piss my pants and sit on the side of the road and put the white flag up and say it's unfair and it's just unfair is what the satanic oligarchs want us to do. They want us docile. They don't care if that means we're so plugged into the psyop that we become hopeless and therefore docile. And they don't care if we're so plugged into the psyop that plugged in, meaning so blind to it that we're docile. They just want us controllable. Okay. More comments. Christine says, you may have already talked about this, but I'm curious what you think the ultimate intention is for all of this. Clearly division, confusion, etc., maybe an unintended byproduct of awakening many. Well, I think, well, just like I said, I think compliance, right? They want us controllable. But why would you want that? Well, I think they sold their soul. But let's bring it down to how that looks in actual practice. So why would someone sell their soul? Because they're insecure, right? See, toxic masculinity is, well, okay. I do think there's a version of fake masculinity that is toxic, right? What do I mean? Let me elaborate. I'm saying when a dude hits a girl, just because he's using a bicep, and that's technically strength, just because he's using force, which is technically a masculine energy, why? Or let me say, that's not a masculine man. That's an insecure man. right? So when you scratch that guy who's actually harmful to women and abusive, and every guy has been this in their own right, and every women, you got your fucking shit too, and maybe I'll get to, but that comes from not security, that comes from insecurity. I'm trying to get back at somebody for making me feel small. Usually it's mama, papa, or somebody who molested me when I was a kid, or it's the kids at school who made fun of me and threatened me, right? Beat me up. So that slowly warps people. Now, what you can do with that warping, and I've seen a lot of people who have survived mommy and daddy issues. I'm one of them. I've seen a lot of people survive people getting beat up and ridiculed at school. I'm one of them. I know a lot of people who have survived and healed from sexual abuse. But there becomes a fork in the road. There comes a fork in the road when somebody has gone through that much hell. And the fork is heal or not. And somebody in that position, the satanic oligarchs, have lived in pain long enough. I don't personally believe that humans come into this world satanic. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't personally believe that humans come into this world with the blight. Yes, is this a fallen world? Absolutely. Is sin a part of us? Absolutely. But look at Alex Soros. His parents probably did some insane shit to him to get him on board. To get him on board. Mixed with being warped by money and privilege. That nigga's been rich his entire life. And so when you're told your entire life, not only that there is no God and that there is no stability, therefore, this is all just a crapshoot. And then you get maybe told a little bit more, but there is a way for you to get a little stability. There is a way for you to feel a little stable. Money. Power. Well, gee golly, if I can't get power from this and I can't get power from that, where can I get power from? Well, I'll tell you what, son. Right? Training day. Take a little bit of this dirty money. Take a little bit of this baby blood. Take a little bit of this dirty money, quite literally. Take a little bit of this, right? Come to this party with me. Oh, everybody's doting on you. That's intoxicating, right? Here's some security. You feel like you're off base. There is no stability in this world. Here's some Here's some fake stability. Money and power. And then you get a little richer and a little more powerful and a little more rich and a little more powerful. And then people start surrounding you. They start grabbing your arm at a party and saying, hey, you know who could really use some of your time and attention and money is these guys over here. You know who could really use these guys over here. So now you've got power, you've got money, you've got attention, you've got girls fucking you. You've got, right? Importance. You can speak at the UN. So now you're in a mental position of being completely warped probably by that point. There's no saving you for that, right? See, the thing about blaspheming the Holy Spirit long enough is eventually God's like, okay, it's all right, your decision. I'm closing the door. But anyway. So now you've got a lot of money, you've got a lot of power, you've got a lot of attention, you've got a lot of influence. That's intoxicating. It's not going anywhere. You've done all the rich dude shit that you can do, because let's be real. At a certain point, not having any worry about money, being able to do and pay for anything ever gets boring. And so now you've got people who start grabbing your arm and saying, hey, let's go to this island. I think it's kind of cool. Like there's a lot of, you start slow cooking them. You start saying things like, Jerry Seinfeld. I mean, the law in New York City, I think in New York, is still the age of consent is 17. right? So you start slow cooking them. You start maybe warping their perception on you. And you go to the island and you drink a little blood, and you go to this and you go that, and now you got politicians. So now you've got power, money, attention, politics, and you're bored. And then you start doing some other weird shit. And then you start doing some other weird shit. Then you start going, right? How to ride on Epstein's plane 37 fucking times. Buy it at peterfeliciano.com. Do you understand? So what I'm getting to, Christine, is at a certain point, what happens is you're not satisfied with whatever you've been doing. At a certain point, you're not satisfied with just the baby blood. At a certain point, you're not satisfied with just the soul cooking. At a certain point, you're not satisfied. And so you need to up the game, like any addiction. And now you get to play Risk with the entire world. Now you get to play Monopoly with the entire world. Not only that, motherfuckers will applaud you for doing so. You're a hero. Bill Gates to some people is a fucking hero. No, he's a murderous fucking pedophile. Allegedly. Allegedly. Got to cover my ass just in case. So when it comes into this situation, these people that we're up against are not going to risk losing their power to a potential loss of an election. So to answer your question, is this what's coming now? A lot of confused white boys? To answer your question, Dave, about what's coming now, I don't know what's coming now. But I feel in my gut that we probably won't have an election this year. I know that that's probably heavy. I understand. But in a way, at the very best, boys and girls, think about it this way. At the very least, if you adjust your expectation to be willing to understand that anything could happen, then you're a little less surprised. Right? I'm not saying that we're not going to win. We will win. And I don't mean the election. I mean the people. We the people. We will win. I can talk more about that too. But I'm saying, regardless of what happens in November, I'm not telling Trump about my guns. I'm not telling Trump how much I made. I'm going to be building my life in a way which circumvents the need and influence of the state, regardless of who's at the top of it. And I'd be against the gulags, even if Trump is the one administering them. I'd be against digital ID, even if Trump is administrating it. Principles before personalities. I want people to be free. I want me to be free. I love humans. They're God's kids. And I don't want to hurt people. I'm a human being. I've hurt people. Everybody's hurt people. Pete's ex-girlfriends have entered the chat. No, I'm just kidding. All men have been dicks in their 20s. But do you understand what I'm saying? Anything that gets in the way of our connection, our love, our connection with each other, with God, and with ourselves is my enemy. And so regardless of what comes down the pike and who is administrating it or recommending it or suggesting it or mandating it, because mandates are still not laws, I'm still going to be living my life this way. I'm still going to be shooting guns. I'm still going to be becoming a non-citizen national, a state national. And a state national, let me just illuminate this again. Actually, here, A Sahara. Hi, Peter. Wow, you made me laugh. I always do. To fight these white liberal lizards. Yes. That was funny. Thank you, Mama. But there has been a giant psyop on the American people, and it's been going on a long, long time. Slavery still exists. Yes, not just in Libya, though, not just over there in the brown versus brown countries. It's happening here. When you tell the government that you are a citizen of the United States, I hope some of you guys already know what I'm about to say. And if you don't, it's going to get a little weird. Here we go. The United States is a private for-profit corporation located in the District of Columbia. The state of Texas is a subcorporation of the United States, which is a private, for-profit corporation. When you label yourself, or when your parents label you at birth and sign a little document that says that you're a citizen of the United States, citizen means employee of the United States, a private for-profit corporation located in the District of Columbia, and that you reside in the District of Columbia as well. So how, and throughout your life, you've over and over, I know I have, over and over and over, I've told these people that I am a citizen of the United States. When I'm not. I'm a man. I domicile in a place that is known as Texas, but I do not live and reside and work for the private for-profit corporation known as the state of Texas, which is located in the state of, that is located in the United States, a private for-profit corporation, which is located in the District of Columbia. So if I kill that contract and peacefully, if I say, hey guys, I'm actually not a citizen. I'm actually not a citizen. I'm a man. I'm a non-citizen state national. Then I can actually no longer be beholden to the statutes that people who are citizens of United States are beholden to. Have you ever found it strange that you have to, I was playing with my driver's license the other day. I have to tell niggas at the fucking DMV, those losers, I have to perform for them. I have to prove to them that I can drive my property. Do you know why? Why it's somehow okay? Because I am a employee and a resident, a citizen of United States. And now I'm beholden to their statutes. But if I correct that peacefully and lovingly and say, hey guys, I'm actually not a citizen. Here's this form. Here's that form. Here's this form. And it's a process. I'm 38 fucking years old. I've spent the last long time telling them over and over that I am a citizen. If I tell all those different places that actually, guys, I'm not, then I am no longer beholden to their statutes. I am now beholden to natural law. Natural law, which is essentially, you can boil it down to don't hurt people, don't steal from people or hurt their property, and don't fuck people over in your contracts. and then I'm free. So anyway, I'm starting that process. I've been starting it for the last couple weeks. Partially because I no longer want to pay taxes. Partially because I am not a citizen. Like I no longer want to be beholden to their statutes. I no longer want my hard-earned property, money, to be used to kill people. Real simple, guys. Real simple. I'm tired of my money paying to kill people. I'm tired of my money, something I worked for, my property. I'm tired of that being used to harm people all over the world and in America. I'm tired of my money, my property, being used to harm and control me. So anyway, if you want more information on that, because I know what I just said might be a little bit of a shocky poo, then you need to go to onestupidfuck.com. Okay? And there's lots of other people who do the process, who show you how to kill your contracts, who show you how to correct peacefully and lovingly that you are not a citizen of the private for-profit corporation known as United States. Thanks, Abraham Lincoln. Amendment 14. But onestupidfuck.com is one of the ways. Anyway, and you can sign up for that course for free. Oops. Anyway, I am, and I hope you all are, building our lives in ways which circumvent the need of the state and the influence of the state. Yes, there may be unrest anyway. Yes, there may be food shortages. Yes, there may be grid shutdowns. And yes, all of those things are things that the fucking feds know about now. Remember when I said at the top? I don't think the satanic oligarchs are worried about this election. They might have gone, shit, looks like Trump's going to win. Fuck. All right, well, let's do the little, at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And then that didn't work. Ah, shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. You know what? Let's go with the grid shutdown. We've been slow cooking this idea for a little while. Let's just take away their power for a little bit, make them really scared, make them chaotic, give them unrest so that we can come swooping in and say, don't worry, guys, we're the power. Patrice O'Neill used to talk about it this way. This is how shoe companies fucked a lot of the people in the shoe game, right? This is how, so like as an example, shoes were $50. And all of a sudden they changed the price to $120. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then they drop it down to $100. And you're like, whew, God, but it was $50. Right? So if chaos and unrest happens, don't worry, guys. We've done all this back dealing and, all these people have somehow mysteriously, all the people that we wanted to die have died in the unrest. So isn't that lucky on us? But we'll go ahead and suddenly we'll come back and we'll give you don't worry, we got everything back to normal. Just get in the boat. Just tell us you're a citizen. Just tell us, just tell us you need us. And we say, got your ass. In order to stop the unrest, we need to implement digital identification. In order to stop the unrest, we need to, right? We need to make more surveillance. In order to stop the unrest, a little Patriot Act Part 2. Understand, everybody? So if I am building my life in a way which circumvents the influence and need of the state, then it doesn't really matter. It matters, but not really who wins in November. You understand what I'm saying, everybody? All right. I am tired and I've done a long live stream. So anyway, fuck Joe Biden and fuck Kamala Harris. I can't wait for the memes. By the way, if you're unsure about Kamala Harris, she's going to rag on a lot of the fact that she has a vagina. I don't know anybody who's listening right now. I know 99% of the people who are listening right now have had a shitty boss who has a vagina. So I don't know why you're saying everybody with a vagina is a good person. Try dating them. Try working for them. Oh, everybody, she must be great because she's got a fucking envelope. Nigga, how come there are so many people I know with mommy issues? Tyrannical fucking beasts just as frequently as men. Smaller biceps. Wow. But that's about it. You're humans too, girls. And if you think that, oh, someone with a slit must be good, someone with brown skin is a good brown skin, good. Unless they disagree with me, then they're racist against themselves. But brown skin, blah, blah, brown skin and a vagina, blah, 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 lapping up Marxist fucking dick, sucking fucking satanic oligarch tits. Do you understand, boys and girls? Sorry. So yeah, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Kamala Harris, and yeah, let's build our lives in ways which circumvent no matter what happens in November. All right, let's think from the 5,000-foot view. Let's stop thinking, oh my God, it's make or break in this November. It's not make or break in this November. That is child's play. The satanic oligarchs have been building tiny little white Marxists all around the world for fucking decades. Their hope, their nefarious hopes are not put into one election basket, and you shouldn't be doing the same. Grow up. I love y'all, but stop putting it all in one basket. Stop hanging all your hopes on one politician. Okay? Wherever you're listening, make sure you subscribe, share, rate, and review. I'm serious. It helps the algorithm, and I need all the fucking help against these white liberals that I can get. You can buy this shirt and many other memes on shirts at peterfeliciano.com. You can support my music and my podcast and my memes and everything I do at peterfeliciano.com. At Venmo or at Patreon. There we go. I think I still have a Patreon. Yeah, I think I still have a Patreon. Otherwise, you can just Venmo me. It's all on my link tree. Love y'all very much. Heart